For the first time since Dyke was born, the village noticed something strange. Amadi was sober. Not pretending. Not struggling. Sober. He walked with steady feet. His eyes were clear. His back was straight. And that alone frightened Dyke more than the villagers ever had. Dyke, watching closely, and suspicious. "Father, why are you looking at me like that?" Amadi, calm and gentle. Like a father who wants to save his son. Dyke laughed, but the laugh was thin. Uncertain. For 5 years, fear had been his shield. Power, his language. And now, the one man who should have been broken, was standing whole. That night, Amadi did not drink. He slept. And in his sleep, the dead walked back into his life. His mother's spirit, soft, but sorrowful. "My son." Amadi, falling to his knees in the dream. "Mother, I have ruined everything." His mother replied. "You opened a door that was never meant to be opened. But you are the one who must close it." She told him the truth he had tried to bury. That the child was not evil by birth, but bound by jealousy planted by the forest woman. She also said firmly, "Dyke is a vessel. The spirit woman feeds through him. If she stands, the child will never be free." Amadi, now trembling, replied his mother saying, "Then tell me what to do." She placed something in his hands and said, "This substance was prepared before you were born. Pour it on her. Cut her hair. And run." Amadi woke up screaming. But he did not doubt the dream. In the morning, he bathed. He changed his clothes. And for the first time in years, he looked like the hunter he once was. Dyke noticed everything, but was curious, so he said, "You smell different." "Amadi, I smell like a man who remembers his mistakes." That was the moment Dyke knew. His father had become a threat. That night, Dyke sat alone under the moon. His eyes glowed faintly. The wind answered him. Dyke, whispering, said, "She told me this day would come." The shadows thickened. The forest woman had warned him. If the hunter ever remembers who he is, destroy him. When Amadi slept, Dyke moved. No footsteps. No sound. The child reached into places no child should know existed. In his dream, Amadi felt his chest tighten. The air grew heavy. Amadi, gasping. "Mother." The spirit appeared again, this time urgent. His mother's spirit, shouting, "Wake up. Do not fight him here. Run to the forest. Now." Amadi woke drenched in sweat. Dyke stood at the doorway. Smiling. "Dyke, cold. You were leaving without saying goodbye." The walls trembled. The fire went out. Amadi, steady, though afraid, turned and said, "Move, Dyke." Dyke laughing aloud as if Amadi had cracked a joke. The ground cracked. Amadi did not wait. He ran. The village woke to a scream, not from fear, but from the forest itself. One of the villagers, waking up, says, "What was that?" The second villager replying, the child is angry." As Amadi ran, the world split in two. In the village, Dyke fell to his knees. His head throbbed. Dyke, screaming, "No! You will not escape me." In the forest, the trees bent away from Amadi as if recognizing him. The hunter had returned to the place where everything began. And the forest woman was waiting. Spirit woman, mocking laughter echoing. So, you finally remembered your courage. The trap was set. The price was ready to be paid. But before the night would end, either the spirit would fall, or the village would lose its last hope. The forest was silent. Not peaceful. Watchful. Amadi stepped forward, every instinct screaming at him to turn back. But fear had already stolen too many years from his life. He would not give it another night. Spirit woman, circling him, voice everywhere. You ran from me once, Amadi. You crawled back when you were weak. Amadi, steady and resolved. I came back to end what I started. She appeared fully now. Tall. Beautiful. Terrible. Her skin shimmered like wet leaves. Her hair flowed endlessly, thick as vines. Spirit woman, smiling. You begged me for a son. I gave you one. Why do men always curse the gifts they cannot control? Amadi. You did not give me a son. You planted jealousy inside a child. The spirit laughed. The trees shook. Spirit woman. Jealousy is human. I only watered what already lived in your blood. The ground beneath Amadi's feet began to pulse. Time was running out. Back in the village, Dyke convulsed. Dyke, screaming. Stop him. His voice cracked the night. Roofs rattled. Chickens scattered. Mothers clutched their children. Elder, whispering. The forest is fighting itself. In the forest, Amadi reached into his pouch. The substance his mother gave him glowed faintly. Spirit woman, suddenly cautious. What is that? Amadi replied. Something older than you. For the first time, the spirit woman stepped back. Spirit woman, angry, then said, You would destroy your own child to save your pride. Amadi's voice was breaking. I would destroy a curse to save my son. He flung the substance. The forest screamed. The liquid burned like fire where it touched her skin. Smoke rose. Her beauty cracked. Spirit woman, howling. You think this frees him? I live where jealousy lives. She lunged. Amadi did not run. He leapt forward. And cut. The blade sliced through her hair. The moment her hair touched the ground, the forest collapsed inward. In the village, Dyke fell flat on his back. Dyke, weak but confused. Why does it hurt? The elders rushed to him. For the first time, his eyes were just eyes. No glow. No shadow. Elder saying, The grip is breaking. In the forest, the spirit shrieked as her form unraveled. Spirit woman, fading. You have won nothing, Amadi. Jealousy will always return. Amadi, breathing hard. Then we will fight it again. With one final cry, the spirit dissolved into ash. The trees straightened. The wind softened. The forest exhaled. Amadi collapsed. When he opened his eyes, it was morning. Villagers found him at the forest edge. Barely breathing. But alive. They carried him home. Dyke woke later that day. Weak. Quiet. He looked around as if seeing the world for the first time. The jealousy was gone. But the memory remained. When Amadi finally woke, Dyke was sitting beside him. Silent. Dyke, hesitant. Father. Did I do something bad? Amadi reached for his son. For the first time, Dyke did not pull away. Amadi, tired, honest. Yes. But you were not alone in it. Dyke cried. Not from pain. From understanding. The village did not celebrate loudly. Some curses leave scars. Dyke grew slowly after that. Quieter. Kinder. Still intense. But human. One of the elders said, "Let this story be remembered. Not every blessing is pure. Not every curse comes with horns." And so the village learned. Jealousy, when fed, becomes a spirit. But when faced, it becomes a lesson. This was the story of the jealous child of the forest. And the man who chose to fight for his son. Even when the world told him it was too late. If this story moved you, don't let it end here. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next powerful African story. The ones that teach, warn, and stay with you long after the screen goes dark. The next story is already coming. Subscribe.